It, Welcome to Derry, is proof that you can have a boring first episode of a show, but if you have a good opening and a strong ending, then no one will remember the 50 minutes of crap in between. The show starts with a kid named Maddie. After getting chased out of a movie theater, he hitches a ride with a family out of Derry. Suffice to say, things don't go as planned. After Maddie disappears, the rest of the episode focuses on Maddie's friends, Teddy, Phil, and Lily. They all feel guilty for not treating him better and forgetting his birthday. Some of them start to hear strange voices coming from drains and see talking lampshades. The group decides to work together and find Maddie. They're like a proto-losers club. And they suck. They're boring, and it feels like the show is covering ground that the movie's already covered. Plus, the children give bad performances. I don't want to be too hard on them since they're kids, but only one of them is good, and it's the kid doing an impression of Finn Wolfhard from the first movie. Their dialogue is just bad as well. It just doesn't feel natural. It feels like a 50-year-old's idea of how kids talk. There's also a subplot with an Air Force pilot named Leroy who moves to Derry. He's moved there with his family to test secret planes. He gets attacked by men in creepy masks at one point who want the secret plane information. And this is when my eyes started to glaze over. What do secret Air Force planes have to do with Pennywise eating kids? Speaking of Pennywise, he's not even in the first episode. At least not with Bill Skarsgård playing him. I think we'll probably get Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise in a few episodes at the most, though. At this point, he's probably too busy to be a series regular on a TV show right now. Some of the characters have the same last names as the losers, so they're definitely relatives of future Loser Club members. But don't take that to mean that they're safe, though. The way this show is set, it makes you question whether or not the show is actually going to be about Pennywise. The Air Force subplot has me wonder if the show will be an amalgamation of Stephen King stories. Kinda like Castle Rock. When Leroy is first arriving at the Air Force base with his partner, the show points out a warehouse that's surrounded by fencing. He and his partner are given the vague answer that it's special projects. One of the kids even say they're doing secret experiments there. It reminds me of the Arrowhead project from The Mist, when the military ripped open a hole in our dimension and monsters came through. Derry is a recurring character in several of Stephen King's stories. Maybe Pennywise isn't the only monster lurking around in Derry. So far, Welcome to Derry feels like a story that doesn't really need to be told. Or at least doesn't need to be watched. If you've seen the movies, it feels like you know everything you need to know and seen everything you needed to see. We know Pennywise has been terrorizing Derry for hundreds of years, and the Losers Club were the only ones to beat him. When the show was first announced, it felt like a cash grab to keep the franchise going, after the main story had been told. And so far, the show hasn't shown anything to prove that it isn't.